business idea.
Go for it.
You know about podcasts, right?
Yeah, I know all about them.
Absolutely not very much. No, dang it. Wait. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
We lost.
We could call it Learning Absolutely Nothing. It could be the podcast that's always about technology, except when it's not.
That's a great idea. I love it.
Wait a minute. We already did that.
We did. That's why we're here.
It's been 3 months and 10 beautiful, amazing episodes, and we've still learned absolutely nothing. Welcome to the 10th anniversary podcast. It's great to have you guys here. I'm Jack Halpin, and this is Liam Halpin. We're the coasters of Learning Absolutely Nothing, the podcast that's always about technology, except when it is not.
We have recorded now 10 episodes.
10
By the time we are done with this episode, we will have recorded 15 hours around of pure stupidity.
Pure chaos.
Yes.
Assuming an hour and a half, which sometimes it's over, sometimes it's under. By the end of today, 15 hours.
That's right.
Of this stuff.
We've had some great times.
We've had some ups, we've had some downs.
We've had a lot of great people coming. Oceania Rose, who asked way too many questions.
We've had some dedicated fans. Spreadsheet Energy. Our friend Seaglass. Ebil Dog.
Tung Sahor 667.
Tung Sahor 67. Yeah.
Green Sea Glass. We've had some great people on the podcast.
Speed Limit Zero.
Which it's
Corbin.
Yep.
Local musician legend extraordinaire. Corbin.
Jacob B. Trumpet. We've had some real celebs on here.
We've had some
great times. We've almost killed each other a few times, I feel like.
It's been an honor and a privilege to be able to entertain you for 10 amazing episodes. We've been through so much over the years, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've had so many business ideas and so many topics and so many arguments and so many agreements and so many disagreements. And, it's been great. It's been a wild ride. Again, it's been an honor and a privilege to be a source of entertainment for you when you literally have nothing better to do.
We have one announcement. We've decided, because it just happened, that you can start sending us topics. If you want us to talk about something on the podcast, DM me, Liam Halpin Official on Instagram, or DM, I guess. Just DM me.
DM Liam. I'm not going to see it. I'm not really on social media.
If you know Jack, you could just text him if you have his number, or
talk to me in person.
Talk to him in person, but if you want to talk to me, you can come to me in person, text me, or DM me on Instagram. That's the easiest way, because I'm on Instagram more than Jack is. And you can send us topics, and we might talk about them. And
here, let's put up your Instagram accounts.
Oh yes, in giant.
What's the first one? Is that one of them?
Just only one. Just not 06. That's my personal one.
Okay, everybody's seen it now.
Liam Halpin Official.
Is that it?
Put it in giant letters across the screen like you're doing right now.
Okay, sounds good.
In Helvetica, which is the
actually. I honestly feel like Comic Sans is the move.
Can you please use American Typewriter? I like that one. Oh my goodness, that looks horrible. I hate that. I am quitting. Get rid of the Comic Sans.
At Liam Halpin Official on Instagram.
I'm taking over the stream. I'm Jack now. Okay. I have not used OBS in my entire life. I used it once. How do I
see that? Who's laughing now? You don't know how to use OBS.
Okay.
So now you can't change the text.
I'm now in charge of the podcast.
Put them so close together.
Tell me how to change
this.
Okay,
all right.
How do I change it?
I got it.
Wait, properties. Fonts.
For all of our audio listeners, Liam has decided to commandeer the streaming software to try to...
What the frick are these?
Here. Hey.
How did you just keyboard command
it without a mouse? Because I know how to use computer. No.
I need to move it too. Give me a second.
Close that, and then you can move it. You have to close that first.
There we go. Just put it right directly on my face.
Oh.
Just put it in the corner somewhere.
We've learned nothing.
Put it in the corner.
We've learned absolutely. Oh shoot.
Now you're moving the whole.
We've learned.
You're giving them motion sickness.
That's just part of the fun. Part of the fun. Everybody's having fun.
Just put it on the Go to
Go there.
there.
Go there to
and,
DM, and it's also this has never not been a thing. You could always tell us what you want us to talk
I was
about.
always gonna consider it.
But we kind of wanted to officially throw Liam's.
Yeah, put yours up there too.
Social
just
media.
so they know to go to your YouTube channel.
They're already on it.
That's true, but like it's asymmetrical. It looks like it's just me. I feel like you're not getting enough like recognition for your hard work.
Well, if they're watching the video version, they're already on my channel. Go ahead and press the subscribe button.
I know, but it looks
Right,
better
fine.
with both sides. You can
Okay.
use your own Comic Sans font too. Actually, but you should use American Typewriter because it's more symmetrical, more uniform. None of us have
more
OCD.
uniform. How do I duplicate a?
You just add a new one.
Yeah, but then I'm gonna have to reset everything up. I guess. There we go. This is incredibly unprofessional.
Not American Typewriter.
Shut up.
Typewriter. Not comic. Are you
You
serious?
said I could do Comic Sans
No,
if I
but
wanted.
now it looks horrible.
It looks great.
It looks amateur. We're not amateurs.
Are you sure about that?
I am.
Are you
positive.
absolutely positive about
it
that?
looks. Change it, or I'm walking off the podcast.
Walk off the podcast. You won't even be able to. You're
I'll
trapped
change
right
it.
there. Good. Do that. No more. We'll pop them up in the intermissions.
Okay, you've seen it. You know where to go. If you
You
have
guys know
podcast
where to
idea.
go. If you're listening to the audio only version, that's hold on.
Spell my name. Know me for 20 years.
LIAMHALP as in Peter IN official OFFICIAL on Insta Gramophone. Instant Gramophone.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Okay, here's what we're going to do this podcast. We are going to review topics from our last podcast.
Yes.
And see what has changed.
We're
and see
going
if our
into-
perspectives have changed.
We're going into nostalgia mode.
We are. Okay, we're going to start with episode 1. Cat Saliva, one of the most popular reels I've ever made for some reason.
Cat saliva.
Cat Saliva.
All right, so yeah, that's an episode 1 topic. Honestly, my opinion on cat saliva has not changed.
I don't support it.
You don't support cat saliva.
I
Would you
anti-cat
care
saliva.
to what?
Cat Saliva
Care to
should be
expound on
illegal.
that? What do you mean
All
you don't
cats should have
support
dry
cat
mouths
saliva?
They should have synthetic saliva.
That's animal abuse. Why do you want to abuse cats?
I don't. I just want their saliva to be synthetic.
Why do you want their saliva to
Look,
be a certain
we
way?
changed to synthetic
Why don't you let
motor
the
oil
cats be?
years ago? Why don't we have synthetic saliva? It's much better at lubricating your mouth. It doesn't break down as fast.
Wait, we have. What are you saying to me right now?
Infinite saliva. You can use it over and over again.
Is this a business idea?
This is a business idea. Synthetic saliva for cats.
Are you tired of creating your own saliva? Well, fear not, because Liam has invented fake saliva. What do you buy it by like a gallon?
Yeah, and then use it.
Where do you buy it? The saliva store?
Walmart. Sold at
Walmart. The great value
Did
artificial
you not see
saliva.
the Shark Tank episode?
Oh, dude, you could get flavored saliva.
Flavored saliva. You constantly have the taste in your mouth. That'll take away your cravings.
Yeah, like
This is actually a genuinely good
if
idea.
you crave cheeseburgers, you can get cheeseburger flavored saliva. You could get Wendy's
Yeah.
big
If you're just
baconator.
constantly tasting the thing you want to eat,
That's
then you
disgusting.
won't have it anymore.
You're insane.
Then you can just eat healthy food again.
All right, cats. Liam hates cats.
Cat saliva
Liam,
should also be banned.
You just hate animals.
I don't hate cats. Also, that doesn't. I thought we were talking about birds now.
We're talking about birds now.
I literally forgot about the whole cat thing because I was thinking about saliva too much.
Well,
Yes,
anyway,
cats.
birds are awesome.
Birds are great.
We can't be here all day
We
just
brought up
going over
birds
this
again
stuff.
with our weird music discussion.
We got a speed run. Car, yeah.
car. I love
are-
cars.
Electric
Cars are
cars
great.
I like. I can't
Ram.
wait to get myself
Ram
an
is
Ionic.
so tasty.
Ram is delicious.
Yep.
Ram is
Actually,
still expensive.
Since we talked about Ram, I actually learned a lot more about how Ram works.
Really?
Yep.
Well, that's cool.
Small kitchen
I
appliances.
assume you already knew how it worked because you're like an engineer.
Yes, I just got a
Actually.
little more in depth with it.
Gotcha.
Small kitchen appliances.
Yeah, this episode is sponsored by Too Many Small Kitchen Appliances. Let's talk about tooth pain. So back in the day, you had a bunch of wisdom teeth, like
Yeah,
50 of them or whatever.
We started our podcast with the suffering of my face.
The suffering of your facial
Yes.
muscles.
It was bad, but I did it anyway because I wanted people to be entertained.
Yeah, I mean, you were all in on the podcast even when you had a lot going on, including your mouth being full of weird teeth that were all weird.
6 of them,
6 wisdom teeth.
but it's okay. I got them drilled out.
All right, so solar versus nuclear. Now, we had a big fight on our first episode where we didn't come to an agreement.
We did. The agreement was that nuclear is superior in every way, and that I know everything I'm talking about, and you're just completely uneducated. Glorp.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Nuclear and solar are very nuanced topics, and
What are you talking about? I was correct.
even beginning to say one is better than the other is disingenuous.
You're disingenuous. Your face is disingenuous. Can you see him? He's bubbling right now. But in all reality, Jack is right. Jack is right.
It's a very nuanced
I am
topic.
very nuanced, and he
I
is
wasn't necessarily ready to talk about it. Now, okay. Again, the whole thing about why did I do that? The whole thing about agreeing to disagree is that we can respectfully walk away and come back to it later because I think it matters. It matters lately. Dude, when we started the podcast, gas prices were nowhere near as bad as they are now, and I was still gung-ho about electrification and stuff like that. Now my points are even harder.
So are mine.
No. Well, actually, I guess technically they're both electricity. Yeah. I guess electric cars don't really play into nuclear versus solar because they both produce electricity. It's more of an environmental thing. Again, it's complicated. You know what?
We didn't come here to talk about solar or nuclear.
For our 20th anniversary edition episode in 10 weeks, we will actually have a proper debate about it. So, Liam, do you remember when we talked about interesting idioms?
You picking up what I'm putting down?
Yeah.
You know,
Are you glurping what I'm glipping? I think that I think that you are on the autism disorder spectrum.
No, I'm not.
And I mean that in the nicest possible way because you were like, none of these make any sense, and it's like, hey man, listen.
They don't make sense. I would pull up the show notes from episode 2. You have them right there in your Google Drive, and we will go over them. Like, I can prove that they don't make sense.
They're expressions, they're idioms, they're supposed to...
connection to reality.
Look, okay, getting out over our skis.
There's no skis involved.
Of course there's no skis involved!
Then why are you saying skis? It's an inaccuracy.
You're drawing that comparison to something in real life, like you're getting ahead of yourself. Literally.
Why don't you just say that then?
You're getting ahead of yourself also technically is a physical thing that's not actually happening. Like,
no,
if I'm...
It's a mental thing.
Using an expression like getting out over your skis creates a colorful sentence that you can sprinkle in like seasoning to a human being conversation. But apparently you're a glorp. You made this bed, now sleep in it. Again, that one makes sense to me. Because you're obviously not actually doing that.
Then why am I autistic?
Because...
if it makes sense to you, then I'm the normal one.
What are you talking about? Okay. You got this all backwards.
Why does that make me autistic if you get it?
Because you can't seem to let go of the fact that no, you're not. There's no actual skis involved, but it's an analogy.
I don't like analogies.
Oh man, are you smelling what I'm stepping in?
Wait, I put in some too.
Why'd you put them all the way on the bottom?
Because
this is back when we did them separate.
Oh wait, that's my Final Cut camera thing.
Why are you constantly trying to get all over my equipment on this episode?
I'm harassing.
I'm the equipment guy. You're the social media guy.
Tell me to stay in my lane. I have trouble with attention span.
In the long run, you had a lot of trouble with in the long run.
There's no running. There's no running involved.
Whatever.
Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Who was throwing the baby out with the bathwater?
I don't know, Liam. I don't know.
I
don't know who the first thrower of babies out of the window with said bathwater was. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Seagate is out of hard drives.
Seagate is probably still out of hard drives because apparently they ran out for the entire year's capacity. Unless they started making more, in which case I
for sale. But wow, we're up to 28 terabytes.
Oh shoot.
I thought we were still at 24.
Anyway, let's do you remember the scent bar discussion? Talked about the scent bar. Any thoughts on that?
Scent bar?
In my opinion, it's still...
now that I'm thinking about it again, I'd try it.
Yeah, I would try it. We're just rapid fire going through old topics, really.
MacBook Neo.
It's doing incredibly well.
I like it.
Oh, the man is committing domestic terrorism in Lego City. Should we go back and see if that's gotten better or worse since then? Let's relive it. My brother is only speaking in bleeps. A man was reported to have committed a violent act in a home, with police noting broken Lego bricks on a blood-soaked floor. The man was arrested for causing serious injuries. In fictional contexts, police academies are depicted as fully capable of training officers to stop any crime in Lego City. The sources are... Oh my goodness. Okay, so one of them is I Stopped Crime in Lego City on YouTube. And then one of them is... Oh my...
This is just a random police incident.
What am I looking at right now? He's faced terror many of us can't imagine. You're about to meet the man who stared down evil during a frenzied knife attack on North Queensland backpackers.
Where does it mention Lego City?
Nothing. What is
Use the find
this?
function.
It's like an actual murder thing.
What if there are Legos on the floor?
This is why I don't want to go to Australia. This stuff's dangerous, man.
It's in Brisbane.
AI is crazy. Always something going on with AI.
All right.
It's confused.
Physical media is back.
Physical media, baby, buddy.
You just try to say dude and baby in a southern accent.
Doobie. Doobie Brothers.
Dooley.
Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Hey, 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 hey. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Thank you for watching / listening to Learning Absolutely Nothing, 10th Anniversary Special Edition, the podcast that's always about technology except for when it's not.
I have an idea. What can we harmonize to? We've been doing it like all day. That's the new Rally X theme. For those who don't
Here, I'll
know.
do the bass and you do the treble. Well, actually, I'm the one with the... I have the
words.
range.
I cannot do your weird, like, synthesizer.
Rally X is cool, man. Rally X is cool, man. Rally X is cool. I love this racing game from Namco, and Rally X is cool, man. I am in the arcade trying to get a drink, but someone doesn't want me to join my life. I'm at an arcade. Liam doesn't want me to have a couple brewskis while I play Rally X. Liam thinks I should be able to exist without any alcohol, but he is crazy.
I don't think I'm crazy.
Disclaimer, I am not an alcoholic. Probably. All right. Where have all the bugs gone? Have you... Let me ask you a question. Actually, let me fill in the user base before. So we discussed on an episode about how there seems to be less bugs in the world because of, I don't know, global warming and, I don't know, various
I think
reasons.
there's less bugs in the world.
Now, I think that it's a real thing, the windshield effect or whatever. Have you paid more attention to bug counts on your windshield ever since that episode? Or have you kind of not thought about it at all?
I don't think that makes sense.
It's a thing. It's a researched thing on Wikipedia.
I have not noticed any tangible change in bug counts.
You know what's great? Is us recycling content is a great way to stay relevant, don't you think?
Perfect way.
You know how some... Actually, let me tell you a fun fact. I learned that some TV shows, whenever they record an episode where it's all in one location and only with the main cast and no guest stars, and they just, like, reminisce about the old times, that's called a bottle episode. And the reason it's called a bottle episode is because it's like it's filmed in a bottle, and it, like, doesn't go anywhere other than just the one set, so it's a bottle episode.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like Andy Griffith's show.
Yeah, all shows have done it. The Office did one where it was just clips of old things. Always Sunny did it, although theirs was really good. But yeah, we're doing a bottle episode here.
Well, we're gonna talk.
Well,
about
we're gonna
other
talk
things.
about other stuff.
We just
but
wanna
that's why
reminisce.
That's why I'm trying to just burn through these. For anyone just now joining us, we are going through old topics and kind of seeing if our opinions
You
have
wrote
changed at
dumb
all.
phones. Why are they?
Dumb phones. Why are they?
That man burns down a warehouse where he works and films it.
So an update on the side phone is they've released a new modular keypad that has the numbers as well as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, etc. But anyway, yeah. So a guy burned down a freaking warehouse that he worked, and he filmed himself doing it because he thought he wasn't getting paid enough, which he probably wasn't, to be honest. But you still shouldn't burn down your place of employment. It's not a good idea. Has he been in court yet?
Indicted?
Has he been indicted?
You think I can't?
Has he been glorped?
Cost $500 million in damage and pled not guilty.
Is that so? After having filmed himself doing it. Wow, that's bold.
I don't know what the charges were exactly. Probably like destruction of property 500 times.
So
for each toilet paper roll.
I have an update to the Windows one. So in episode 6, I talked about how Windows is getting bullied online. Believe me, it's still bad. I'm actually gonna right now grab it up to remind you folks at home.
Don't worry, we'll get to Spirit Airlines. We're gonna talk about that.
We'll get to Spirit Airlines. But Windows does community posts, and what did they delete their account? There it is. Windows does community posts, and people are so mean in the comments. They're doing a lot where they're highlighting creators that use Windows products. Believe me, homegirl Brianna plays, my man Preston plays, my guy Cypher PK, my homegirl Tech Joyce.
It's not like
none of these people want to be using Windows.
no one woke up and was like, "I'm gonna use Windows."
They got
have to.
they got offered unbelievable amounts of money from Microsoft to look like they're like, good morning. I'm gonna fire up my Windows 11.
Where did she get the Black Yeti mic? That looks.
I don't know. That thing
awesome.
does look cool. See, that's all these
I
are.
kind of want to clap her like that.
What is
That
this?
looks
I thought
cool.
that was a priest for a
Anyway,
second.
let's look at these.
Windows Insider meetups are back. Join us at upcoming meetups around the world to share feedback, connect with the teams building Windows, and get a preview of what's next. I expected switching to Linux messages, and yes, someone did. Stop using most of my RAM. Micro slop. I'm so glad. Please bring back Windows Phone and live tiles. They were so peak.
You said that in Gen Z's.
Is that sarcasm? Restore support for Windows 10 updates. We are legitimate businesses. We want to see positive effects take place in our society, so we should want to create... What is happening, dude? All these people are not real. Switch to Linux. You're so wonderful. Who is, like, acting, like, flirtatious with Microsoft Windows,
Don't go
right?
flirting with Windows.
Look at this guy. Hubert
possessive.
10 Court Cop. You're so wonderful.
Look at the account.
I don't know if I want to. It's just some guy. Hey, shout out to Hubert Jaroslawski. You know what?
Jaroslawski.
I'm subscribing.
Well, now he's gonna know you live streamed his account.
Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness.
Hit me up for a collab. Linus got a jet. I feel like I kind of want to wrap these all off like the Billy Joel song. We didn't start the
News.
fire.
Should news be free? Tim Cook's retiring.
Dude, do you think I could do it on the fly?
Wait, you want me to play? I'll go over the piano and I'll play, and then you make notes to it. Let's do
No,
that.
no. That's too much. It's fine. Let me just
You
try
need
to
music,
spit some
though.
around. Artemis in outer space, dumb phones, why are they? Man burned down a warehouse where he works and films it. Discussions of dream car, Apple's running out of chips, Windows bullied online, Linus bought a jet. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's returning. Olaf dead, free news, Tim Cook retiring. French government is kicking Windows for Linux. Microsoft buying out. All cars are convertibles. All cars are manuals. Bird collection cards and RAM. Small kitchen appliances.
I think
Learning absolutely nothing here today. This is Learning Absolutely Nothing. The
Podcast
show
where we
that's
don't learn
always
things.
about technology, except
Okay.
when it's not.
wanna
I should
move
not be
on.
as energetic as I am right now, but I'm just really hyped up about the fact that we've done 10 episodes of this. Can you believe it? It's pretty fucking cool.
Let's move on to some new topics.
Okay, did we do everything?
We did, yes.
Olaf is still dead. Hey, have they held the funeral for Olaf yet?
Let's find out.
Olaf dies at Disneyland.
It's probably gonna be a puddle of water meme.
Now I'm telling you,
The funeral.
It's
of
our
King,
funeral.
of King Olaf
Saint Olaf's tomb.
in Olaf.
I bet that guy knows the dude I just subbed to.
Are you referring to the Disney character? Yes.
Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for supporting us through 3 months of this madness. We're happy to be here.
Want me to do another one of these?
Nope. I sure don't.
Lord.
It makes no sense. All right, let's talk some new topics. Let's talk about new stuff. Actually, I think you want to go ahead and do one of our famous thing reviews.
I don't have a thing handy.
I don't either.
We've gone through so many.
Thing review, thing review. It's time for the thing review. Thing review, thing review. It's time for the thing review.
See what I got.
Heads or tails?
Tails.
Tails never fails, huh?
Always. Pretty much always.
Tails! Liam gets to go first.
I got one thing.
For those of you that don't know,
I got an iPad.
the thing review is when we review a random thing. And Liam's decided to pick an iPad, which in my opinion is not that random.
So this is actually a 5th gen. This is 2021.
But we're going to have him review it. What are your thoughts on the iPad?
Okay, so this is a normal iPad mini, but the story behind it is awesome. My dad bought this from an eBay seller for $300.
It's not bad.
It cost $430 retail, but it was pretty new back then. It's still pretty new, but we got it. We got it, and it was device locked.
Uh-oh.
Had device management on it. And so the eBay seller was like, oh, I didn't know that, and he refunded it.
Oh, good. So, but now you have a bricked iPad.
Yeah, it was bricked. The company that device management managed it was VMware. But it's not like it had VMware software. It was device managed through Apple by VMware. Like VMware, one of VMware's iPads.
So VMware.
So it might have been
checked for an asset
it might
tag?
have been stolen.
I don't see an
checked.
asset tag. Although that may have been.
No, I bought this case.
Oh, okay. iPad, everybody.
So what I did is
Fire
I unbricked it.
You unbricked it.
Yeah.
How'd you do that? It's usually very hard to
There's
remove
some
a
software
management
that let me
profile.
do it.
Oh,
But
gotcha.
If I try and sign in with the new Apple account, it'll break itself again.
Oh, so it has to be a non-Apple ID guy, which just sucks because that means you can't load
Yeah.
apps onto it.
No, I can. It's mine now.
Well, yeah, but you can't load apps onto it because you have to sign into an Apple ID for that.
It has to be my Apple ID. If I sign into a different one, it
Oh.
re-bricks.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Understandable.
Yes.
Cool.
So
Well,
that's my thing review.
That's great. I'm gonna
grab
go.
a piano monitor or something.
I'm gonna go grab an epic thing for the thing to do. Keep them happy. And apologize for the lag. I can't figure out how that happens.
There's so much stuff over there. You can grab literally anything.
Because Liam is my first customer at Jack Storage Unit Incorporated.
Yeah. All my stuff is here. Because we're living together. No, we're not living together. We're both very lonely people. But what?
What?
Huh?
I said if you paid me rent, if you split the rent here, it would be like nothing. You'd be buying more gas than rent.
Well, actually, I'd be still be paying less for gas since we're close to where I spend most of my time.
Oh, okay.
Literally just grab anything. I don't know what the problem is.
I'm looking for something cool.
Everything here is cool. The chat's pretty dead today. I don't know what the problem is. No one's tuning in. I hope you've liked all the content from my Instagram lately. And by content from my Instagram lately, I mean how extremely dead it is because I haven't been making any reels because reels take a long time to make. But if you've been enjoying the dead silence, then I hope you're keeping your mental health up by doom scrolling the rest of Instagram, which is pretty bad for you, I would say.
Yeah.
Here's his thing.
Oh no! The stream went away! Guys! It's okay, it'll be back! It's back! If you guys are experiencing lags and network problems, it's because the internet here sucks. Here's my thing for the thing review. It is a Lego camera! Wow, isn't that cool?
Where did you get this Lego camera?
Target! Trying to do the thing where it makes it focus. But anyway, it's a Lego film camera, and look, it opens, and there's film inside.
That's cool.
You can load it up, and then chunk. Has a little, and it even has a functioning viewfinder. Here, look at that.
Maybe a viewfinder.
Functioning viewfinder.
I can barely see through it.
And it even has a functional
Why
wrist
does
strap.
the lens move?
I don't know. I think
not
it's not
supposed to.
supposed to. Well, it's a 3-in-1 creator set, so it can actually be.
This is a 3-in-1. What are the other things?
I think one of them is like a flip phone or a video camera or something. I don't know. I would have to find the instructions to remember, but try out the wrist strap.
The wrist strap.
Yeah.
So I can just let it.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I think that we've sparked some romance in our chat. This spreadsheet dude is
No
hitting up
way.
Seaglass for a bike ride, which that's pretty romantic. You think it's one of those double bikes that you see in France? In France,
Are there two people falling in love in our chat?
two
right
people
now?
are falling in love.
Are we going to see this love story play out?
That's
Spreadsheet
amazing.
energy.
Lovely.
Seaglass.
So happy for them. Seaglass has to check her
Up for a
tire.
bike ride. I need to check my tire first.
You know, don't count on Spreadsheet, man. He's just an office nerd. He doesn't know how to ride
He is.
or fix
Yeah,
bikes.
he's got spreadsheet in his name. Seaglass sounds.
All
like
he
a
knows
genuinely
about
cool
is
person.
Microsoft Office.
Seaglass is way out of spreadsheets league. Let's be real.
Well, that's mean. Okay, maybe Spreadsheet Energy rides bikes too.
Yeah, but clearly, if you're, let's make this a fixture on the set.
Oh, see, yeah, they're definitely in love. Seaglass is blushing.
Yeah.
At
Spreadsheet
Spreadsheet Energy.
Got to step it up a notch if he wants to get
Risen up Seaglass
Yeah.
on stream.
Risen with the tism.
Risen with the tism. All right, let's move on. We want to talk about something that Apple did recently, and I'm not happy about it, and neither should you guys be. They got rid of the cheapest Mac Mini.
Yes.
So the
they
Mac
did. They got rid of the 256.
The Mac Mini used to be $599, and if you got it on back to school sale, tax free sale, there would be no sales tax, and if you had a student ID, you'd get it for $100 off. And that's what I did to get my Mac Mini for only $499 straight, no tax.
Okay, people might be mad about this, but
Like me.
here's what I got to say about it.
Okay, I'm listening.
If you wanted one, you had your chance, okay? And if you still want one, you still want a $600 computer, you can get a MacBook Neo. It'll do everything you want to do with your Mac Mini.
Incorrect. The Mac Mini can support multiple monitors, and it has more ports. And it has an actual proper Apple Silicon processor. I love the MacBook Neo. I really do, but you can't compare that to a Mac Mini, dude.
Yes, but if you... Most people were buying Mac Mini for, like, computery things. Not extra intense things, because then you'd get a more powerful computer.
I've used
But the MacBook...
I've used my Mac Mini for intense stuff a lot.
The Mac Neo is also powerful. Like, it's just really powerful. I think it's
Yeah, but
kind of comparable. Also, you can use two monitors with your Mac Mini, but you can technically use two monitors with a Mac Neo because you're using the display and a monitor next to it.
yeah, but you can't have two big monitors like this. You would be
Yes,
forced to have the
they're
one
meant for
12-inch
different
one
things,
and then
but to say that Apple's like, oh, they're jacking up price on computers, they have a $600 computer for people who don't have enough money to buy.
again, I
something
love the
for
MacBook Neo,
$800.
but the $600 Mac Mini was better than the MacBook Neo.
Well, luckily you got one.
Yeah, I guess. Fine. But I actually have a theory.
They didn't jack up the price on it. They just got rid of the lowest trim.
They got rid of the SKU, yeah. Now, I actually have a theory that puts a positive spin on this. Apple might be getting rid of all of their cheapest products right now because they're going to be replacing them with an entirely new line, a new trim level of computers, just Neo computers. MacBook
Yeah,
Neo
like the Mac Slim client.
is the cheap. Yeah,
Mac
MacBook Neo is
Neo.
the cheap. I don't know what's happening right there, dude. How do these people know that I have ADHD? I think that there should be a Neo desktop. Like, think about how much cheaper a Mac Mini was before, other than a MacBook Air or whatever. This is $1,000. If a Mac Neo desktop existed, all they'd have to worry about is the computer. No peripherals, no screen. They could make it $299. That would be amazing.
Yes, but they won't.
8
that-
gigabytes of RAM, $299 with like 128 gigabyte SSD,
It's not
but
gonna-
actually more ports
It's
and
not
able
gonna
to do two
happen, though,
monitors.
'cause that would kill their Mac Mini sales.
But they know how successful the MacBook Neo is, so if they just spun it into a
They'd
separate,
make less money selling a whole bunch of Mac Neos than they would selling a whole bunch of Mac Minis, which is why they got rid of the cheapest Mac Mini.
well, another take on it is maybe they got rid of it because their profit margin wasn't great because it was too good. Maybe if they make an A18 based
Your profit
Mac
margin doesn't
Mini
go down
Neo,
if you sell more units.
No, I'm saying that maybe their profit margin just wasn't good ever on the Mac Mini at $599. So they're going to make it cheaper to produce and then release it and have it be cheap, and it'll sell great because it'll be an A18 system on chip thing in there for like $300.
Yeah, but that makes their profit margin even less. If they want to stay high, they just stick with the more expensive.
Okay, well
Mac
maybe
Mini.
it'll be 500. Maybe it'll be 499. It'll be like 100 less than the MacBook Neo.
I don't see it. I think they're seeing the Neo as a replacement for the people who wanted a $600 computer. Because if you think about it, you get a screen with that. You don't get a screen with the Mac Mini.
I understand you and I hear you, but are you trying to say right now basically is that there isn't a huge market or as huge of a market as there has historically been for a desktop computer, just in general?
Absolutely.
See, that makes me sad, man.
Makes me sad too.
Maybe
I
I'm
love
just an
desktop
old geezer,
computers.
but
Look at us with our 2 laptops.
Well, yeah, we have laptops, but when I come home, okay, but think about
You're
this.
an IT pro.
I'm an IT pro. What does that have to do with anything?
Means of course you're gonna have a desktop.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. So when I go to work, sorry about that, guys. I work 8 hours a day, 5 days a week at a desktop computer. I only use the laptop when I need to bring my desktop into my coworker's office to run SQL queries to help fix problems, and it's just because I remote into the desktop.
Businesses are still gonna buy a computer from Microsoft.
And when I come home, I only ever use my laptop when I am so lazy that I want to sit on my couch. Most of the time I go sit in there and I use my Mac Mini.
Most people just want one computer. And if
I
they're
mean,
gonna have one
you
computer,
know what?
it's gonna be a laptop.
Maybe these strong feelings that I'm having is just because I'm a huge geek.
Yeah. And I'm a geek too.
I'm a huge
But,
geek in the age demographic of desktop computers being the default and laptops being the helpers, when now it's kind of just all becoming one thing and mostly laptops. Look, buy whatever works for you. Do whatever works for you. Everybody's needs are different. Hell, most people don't even need a computer. They have one. This is a computer, dude.
Yes.
Like, think
That
about-
thing- this thing has a Neo chip in it.
Think like circa 2006. All the stuff that you needed a computer for, online banking, getting directions on MapQuest, accessing your email, MSN Messenger, all that stuff.
I have a question. If the A18 can handle Face ID,
You threw off my train of thought.
okay, continue.
In 2006, you needed a computer for all that, and now all of that can be done on a mobile device. Again, I'm not happy about that because I like using my computer with my clicky keyboard and my mouse. But it's just the reality of the world now. Anyway, go ahead.
If the A18 can drive Face ID on a phone, why isn't there Face ID on the MacBook Neo?
I'm worried that you're too quiet. Give me some sentences.
Sentences.
Repeatedly.
Sentences. Sentences. Sentences.
Sentences. Sentences. Sentences. Sentences.
Sentences. I'm leaning back. That's the only reason why.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, continue. What'd you say?
They could be putting Face ID on all of the computers,
Yeah.
but they don't. Because it's got to be a higher up thing.
I mean, the MacBook Neo doesn't have a Touch ID on its base model, which I think is fine. Because with my Mac Mini, I don't even think about Touch ID. I just throw in my password. It's not the craziest password in the world because it's all locked into my house. My password at work is long and crazy because it's in a domain and it has to be that way. But here, I mean, they'd have to get into my house and get past me. And good luck with that.
Bro, we're not threatening our
Burglars.
viewers.
I'm not threatening the viewers. I'm just saying burglars out there. If you're trying to burgle me, think again because I have a knife and I know how to stab with it. I will stab you if you try to come and take my data.
Describe your experience stabbing people.
I would like to plead my Fifth Amendment right not to incriminate myself.
All right. I want to talk about streaming services.
Yes. What are we talking about again? Specifically about streaming services?
People buy a streaming service for one show. One show that hooks them into it.
I'm going to read you guys an article from Variety.com.
Variety's going to sue us for you pronouncing their name like that.
Variety.com? That's how it's pronounced. Variety?
No, it's pronounced variety. It's not pronounced variety.
Variety. Oh, my bad.
Variety.
An article from Variety.com. Headline is by Jennifer Moss.
Sounds familiar.
It does sound familiar. More than half of Gen Z users cancel and renew streaming services for a single title. Won't purchase full-price video games. New study finds. By the way, I forgot to put a bumper on our topic-to-topic transition. You're watching / listening to Learning Absolutely Nothing, the podcast that's always about technology, except when it's not. I'm Jack, this is Liam, and this is the Chaos Train. Choo-choo. Variety
There's no stations.
There's no stations except delusion
And grandeur.
and grandeur. Gen Z is unsubscribing. A study has found that more than half of the younger age demographic cancels and renews streaming subscriptions based on the availability of one TV series or film, and nearly a third won't pay full price for a game and would rather sample via a gaming platform subscription. According to the newly released Generations in Play 2026 Audience Insights Report, Insights. I put the emphasis on the wrong syllable there. Which was published by Dentsu and IGN Entertainment. 59% of Gen Z users surveyed actively subscribe and unsubscribe to streamers to chase a single title. The report asserts that this means, quote, platform loyalty is effectively dead. What are your thoughts, Liam?
Dun, dun, dun. I mean, if we're
Honestly,
was platform loyalty ever a thing that existed?
well,
No one was walking around being like, I am a hardcore Comcast enthusiast.
Oh, well, if you're talking about ISPs, no, they don't deserve that. But
The only brand loyalty I ever felt like existed was maybe like Netflix.
well, yeah, I was about to say, let me take you back to
Because
when we were
Netflix
kids.
was the first people.
Let me take you back to when we were kids, Liam. They Netflix, when it was a DVD service, there wasn't nobody canceling and resubscribing based on movies. No, they kept that all the time.
Yes.
People were getting multiple movies every month with Netflix. And you know what's crazy? It's called Netflix because you get flicks by going on the net and ordering them to be mailed to your house.
I wish we still named things like that.
It's actually kind of amazing that Netflix, their name didn't get outdated when they stopped doing DVDs. They're
Yeah.
still getting flicks
It's
over the net.
convenient.
It's kind of amazing. Anyway, is subscription loyalty dead? Well, here's the thing,
It
man.
never
These
existed.
did never. I don't think it ever existed. These are giant companies. I don't think anyone's like, I'm so loyal to Disney.
There's no mom
or
and pop streaming service. Our
Comcast,
mom and pop
NBC,
streaming
Universal.
services were our dad copying movies
and
on
the
computer.
and the legit movies
Yeah.
that fell off a truck
Fell
that
off a
always ended
truck.
up in our possession.
Yep.
Some people out
All
there
you
know
needed
what we're
was a
talking
disk
about.
drive.
It was a different time. Yeah.
And some nerd knowledge.
Completely side tangent, but I actually tried to recently copy a DVD that was not copyrighted material and was totally okay to copy, but strangely very much in the style of Studio Ghibli. Anyway, I learned that after ripping this undisclosed ISO onto my computer, I attempted to burn myself a copy of this undisclosed media, and it turns out, and I knew this somewhere in my mind, but it was in the back of my mind, and it came back to me in that moment. Dual layer DVDs are a thing with a lot of releases. I knew that. You knew that. Everybody knew that. But I just hadn't thought about the fact that DVD-Rs also have to be dual layer if you're making a completely legitimate copy. So I'm going to have to go on eBay and look for new old stock DVD-R DLs in order to make a copy of that totally
Because it's too big.
copyright-free media.
Why do you need a dual layer?
Because dual layer has twice the data capacity, and I want to copy
it's
the
too
entire
big.
thing.
Too
The
big for
menus,
your
all that stuff.
regular DVD-R.
Yeah, regular DVD-R holds 4.7 gigabytes. A dual layer holds like a little less than twice that. So I ran into a wall where it's like, oh man, I'm gonna have to buy, but it's gonna be worth it though because you know.
Do you remember this was a concept? I don't know if this ever took off. Self-destructing DVDs.
Oh yeah, FlexPlay.
Yeah, if that's what it was called.
That's what it
I
was.
forget
called,
the
yeah.
YouTube channel that covered this, but
Technology Connections.
yeah, of course. That's literally the only people who could have done it.
Yeah, he covered FlexPlay. If anybody of y'all don't know out there, FlexPlay was a DVD rental company. Rental, not even a rental. They sold you for $3 a DVD that once you opened the seal, like took it out of its package,
It's perishable hardware.
it was a 48-hour timer basically
It's like-
before the DVD would corrupt itself and be unable to
It's
play.
like honest planned obsolescence.
Yes, exactly. And they encouraged you to recycle the disc. And Alec from Tech Connections said that sort of, if you're having to take it somewhere to get recycled, that defeats the purpose of the whole product. And if you have to mail it somewhere to be recycled, why
Also
don't you just
defeats
have
the
Netflix?
purpose. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a failure and seen in a negative light by the public, which is interesting because in 2009, it's, you know, pretty progressive for them. So
Do you think streaming is a drain on people's personal finances?
you know, that's honestly a question for the individual. I think that they very much easily can stack up to a point where you lose control of them and you just got to cut a bunch.
This sounds like a Rocket Money ad.
Rocket Money helps you find sneaky or forgotten subscriptions and makes canceling them as easy as clicking a button. This is not.
You know,
sponsored.
Rocket Money sponsors like everyone. Why can't they sponsor our podcast?
If any of you, if any of you large corporations are listening out there, Squarespace, HelloFresh, NordVPN, any of the VPNs, and Rocket Money, reach out because I've used most of those, so it will be legit. It won't be fake or anything. What am I trying to do here? Okay, there we go. Anyway, back to this. I don't have loyalty to any streaming platforms. I really don't think I ever did. Back when it was less of them, I guess I had loyalty to Netflix. It did have all the VeggieTales.
That's true.
But now it doesn't.
They had series of unfortunate events.
Before I purged most of my streaming services to save money and to go back to the simple times, I had Netflix only for Arrested Development. And I realized this is costing me money for nothing.
I have 2.
I had Peacock for only The Office and Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
Which everybody does. I canceled that one. Hulu was the odd one out. That one I could say I might have a loyalty to just because I like a bunch of shows that are on there.
So I have Disney Plus. Well, actually, I don't. We all kind of like, I don't know who's paying for it right now, but someone's got a Disney Plus account.
It's also a Hulu account, and I also use that.
Yeah.
Because
and
it's free to me.
Someone's paying for
And
it.
there's no ads.
And
You know
then-
what? Just on the off chance that it's the spreadsheet guy, thank you. I've been really enjoying rewatching Archer and It's Always Sunny.
Yeah.
On your dime.
And I've enjoyed watching Cars too.
And Cars too.
I use Prime Video because I pay for Amazon Prime. Do you pay for Prime?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Do you pay for Amazon Prime?
No, I do not.
You don't.
Nope.
And Emma doesn't either.
I don't buy things from Amazon
Oh.
unless I literally have no way of buying it at a
How
store.
come? I pay $9 a month for Amazon Prime.
Yeah, but I pay $0 and I never have to pay for shipping because I go to the store to buy it.
Yeah. I just
I'm not saying that it's
I
fine.
just
Do what you
find
want to
things
do.
are cheaper on Amazon. You're welcome. I was talking about Disney Plus, and I pay for an Apple TV Plus, but that's just because I pay for Apple services. Like their
Yeah.
cloud drive. which is fine.
I pay for
think I'm-
Apple Music right now.
Apple TV Plus has got good content.
I'm thinking of going on a vacation where I don't bring any electronics with me except for a digital camera and an iPod. But I looked to see how much it might cost for me to buy a bunch of stuff that I don't already own on CD or on iTunes. And if I were to download, where's that calculator? So Apple Songs, sadly, it's not 2004 anymore. So Apple Music, Apple lowercase music has gone up in price. It used to be 99 cents for a song. Now it's 129. But let's say I want to download 50 of my faves that I discovered through Spotify or whatever for 129 a piece. $64 to basically download my whole favorites playlist, which isn't bad.
Could you create a program that downloads music off of YouTube?
Yep, it's been done.
Yeah, like of course that someone's done that.
It's been done. The problem is I feel a little icky morally about it. And
How are they going to afford another diamond-studded swimming pool?
That's a good point, yeah. They're also really unreliable. Sometimes they only download like part of the song and not the whole thing.
I was thinking you create your own.
I have a bunch of CDs. I just need to load those into iTunes. I could just create my own, yeah. Some kind of weird feedback loop wired on the computer that spits it out, and yeah, I don't know. I may record a bunch of songs to cassette tapes. That'd be kind of fun. But then I'd have to deal with all that wow and flutter. We'll see.
Why don't bring a Walkman with you?
Yeah, that's the thing. If I recorded a bunch of tapes, I just bring a Walkman. Which that could also be a radio, which would be cool. Also, a Walkman could plug into my car, which doesn't have a CD player. Which blows.
Your car doesn't have a CD player.
It doesn't. And that's so annoying to me because I used to love listening to CDs on road trips, even recently. So here's some interesting data. This is from the Variety article. It says, the data reveals that Gen Z is 13% more likely to attend opening weekend of a movie than older groups.
I like that. That
Yeah.
gives me hope for humanity.
I'm happy about that too, but that's so interesting. I kind of thought that young people were done with movie theaters, but I don't know.
Or have you been to a movie theater?
Yeah, I've been. They're pretty full. I don't pay attention to the demographics of people at the theaters. Anyway, they're asking an expert in the matter here. What factors do you think drive this theatrical interest in Gen Z?
I want to know the person who has a PhD in Gen Z behavioral practices.
I don't know. This is learning absolutely nothing.
The
We're not-
expert in the
we're not
matter.
citing
May as well be
anything
us.
The research
Gen Z.
definitely overturns the conventional wisdom about young audiences. The fact that Gen Z treats theatrical attendance as a social and communal experience rather than a screen worshiping exercise. They're thinking about the theater as part of a longer overall day or evening experience, not simply a one and done event. All right, that's fair. I mean, the past few times I've gone to movies, I've gone with groups,
It's also like
family or groups
it's a
of friends.
good dating practice.
It is. Taking a girl to a movie and out to eat and stuff are like that's the gold
And
standard of dates.
It's a good family practice. Like that's
Yeah.
an activity.
It's a good
third
date
place.
practice. Yeah, it's the third place. It's a good dating practice. It's a good family practice, and it's a good friends practice.
Yes.
Because those are all three different things. If it's just me and a babe at a movie, that's one thing. If it's me and my boys, maybe a little
You and a
tipsy, that's
babe.
another thing. Yeah. Or if it's just me and a bro,
Yeah.
like a bro, that's a third thing. A third
Not
thing
a
in a
brother
third
printer.
place.
A bro.
Not a brother printer. Anyway, we've lingered on this a lot. Final answer: loyalty to a large company that's literally just a tech company. Yeah, no, that's not a thing. I just like Hulu because it happens to have a laundry list of shows I like. You're watching / listening to Learning Absolutely Nothing, the podcast that's always about technology.
I hope you're enjoying it.
They're enjoying it. Believe me, all two of them. Liam, why don't you share with us your thoughts on the infamous website that is Stack Overflow?
I don't use it that much. Because I don't code that much. Why is it just me?
Because I wanted you to talk about Stack Overflow.
You're the programmer. I literally don't use it.
You're the one that brought up Stack Overflow. I thought you wanted to talk about
well,
it.
I brought up the graph, but if you want me to talk about Stack Overflow, can you pull up the graph on the podcast?
You can just show your screen
So-
to the thing if you wanted.
No, it'll look terrible.
Okay.
It's in the show notes.
Okay.
Or you just look up Stack Overflow usage graph.
Okay.
So ever since two events happened, COVID and large language models being more popularly used, the Stack Overflow usage has gone down.
that
But
it?
Jack has an interesting point. No, it's going to images.
Well, that one was similar enough. This
Yeah,
guy.
that one, yeah.
Let me. Okay. For all of you people out there that aren't as nerdy as us, Stack Overflow is a forum site for aspiring, struggling developers to ask questions to professionals about how to do some programming stuff. It's, I used it a lot when I was learning to program over the years because I started very, very young. I was programming in single digits and I was on Stack Overflow all the time. Man, people were mean. People are so mean on there. It's a meme at this point. Anyway, started about 2008, around when I started programming, actually.
So let's look at the 2 points in this
So it
graph
went
that
up
it
very
marks out.
steadily over the years, hit a peak actually in COVID-19, then tanked down, was starting to bounce around and stuff like that. But then we saw a hard wall fall down when ChatGPT came out, which was, kind of the leading bleeding edge of AI. This is because people don't need to go directly to this forum site anymore, which is a damn shame,
Forgot the bleep.
I don't think damn is bad enough to need a beat. I don't know. Hey, chat, is damn a bad word? So yeah, let me tell you about this. So people are using AI now, not only to figure out why their code's not working, they're using it to just write the code. I'm not gonna get angry about this. I could feel myself.
It's so much easier to use ChatGPT.
Yeah, yes, it sure is.
We can just use it. We don't have to code ourselves anymore. We can just make everything ourselves with ChatGPT. Who needs programmers? They cost too much. Wow, this is you're usually pretty easy to rage bait.
Yeah, you're right.
But it's
I am pretty
okay.
easy to rage bait.
Listen, Jack still has a job, which is why AI isn't taking our jobs. All right?
I'm not the gold standard of proof that AI is not taking tech people's jobs. It's very hard to work in tech right now. I'm lucky. Other people that work at my company write code all the time now. And you know what? That's fine. You know what? If you're fulfilling a need for your department of some kind, go for it. I'm paid hourly. I'm still there 40 hours a week. I'm gonna let it marinate a little bit. Spreadsheet Energy says, damn, it's not a bad word. So Well, technically, it's not Hoover Dam.
That's a different usage and a different word, actually.
I was saying it with one M that whole time, actually.
Right.
Anyway, what were we even talking about? Okay, now here's the interesting thing. Every time, now I will admit that I sort of use AI to code. I write all my own code with my keyboard on my computer, okay? I can't prove that to you. You just have to take my word for it. I could show Liam. My code is sometimes very messy and very silly because it's written by me, okay? Now, if I write primarily in Python at work, and if I just forgot how to do something in Python that's really basic, like what's the procedure to open up a CSV file and save a new one with no headers, right? Super basic, but it's like I don't have that all memorized. So I put that into Google, and the Google AI overview will tell me, and okay, yeah, that's AI, whatever, shoot me. But the thing is, whenever I look in the citations, it's all Stack Overflow. Meaning that Stack Overflow is surviving by being a data set for AI. And you know what? That's great. I just feel bad for all of the thousands of developers whose hard work is being used now to fuel the AI monster that is Google. Whatever. Honestly, I highly believe that Stack Overflow will go out of business soon. Just because, it's becoming kind of obsolete. Are you about to try to shove something in my face?
No,
and be like, wow,
I'm just,
look how cool this
I
is?
had this, I would take forever to go find it, but I was doing some digital circuit design on here,
Liam's an engineer.
some hardware, and there's such a thing as a
Engineer.
K-map, and I was trying to
Engineer.
get it to create a K-map for me
K-map?
for research purposes, and the thing it came up
You
with,
said that so suspiciously. He needs a K-map for research purposes. I'm just playing with him. I'm incredibly jealous of his level of knowledge.
and the image it created was incredibly broken. It made a 4x4 grid with a strange, uneven amount of cells in it. I'm trying to see if I can replicate that, because it's supposed to look like a table, but
Does your computer do the 360 spin
the what?
where the thing turns into a tablet?
No.
Oh, okay.
Weirdly,
little
it
bit
goes
of a shit.
180. I have to dig it up, but
I always
some
find
things
it funny.
ChatGPT can't do. If it doesn't understand it very
Laptop's
well,
a little floppy.
it won't. Yeah, mine doesn't. I like that.
I know, me too. That's one thing I'd be missing if I bought a Mac instead, or a ThinkPad. Anyway, let's keep it tight, let's keep it light, let's keep it tight. Instagram, we have an announcement. I'm all over the place. First of all, an announcement for the whole podcast that I forgot to announce earlier.
Wait, hold up. We literally just told people to DM me on Instagram with podcast ideas.
Oh, you should check your DMs then.
No.
Is that what you're getting
We're
at?
about to tell them not to DM people on Instagram.
Oh. Oh.
So let's just call this a piece of news, all right? So,
Okay, well,
Instagram-
again, I have an announcement about the podcast. We are proud to introduce that we have figured out how to get high quality, high resolution HD video on the video version of our podcast. Big shout out to my husband, Tim Cook, for hooking me up with a really great iPhone 15 Pro.
Your husband?
Yeah, we're married. He doesn't like to talk about it. I just announced it to the world. Dang it, he's not
That
going to
age
be
gap's
happy.
crazy.
Yeah.
Remember how?
You know what? I don't appreciate that.
That's a
I don't appreciate. Quit judging me.
That's a 6,950 year age gap. Remember last podcast we said he was 7,000.
Disrespectful. He is beautiful for 6,500 years.
For 7,000
7,000 years old. Anyway, yeah, we got it to work. But the problem is I don't have a phone anymore. But you know what? I'm kind of used to that because I'm not really addicted to my phone. But I have a calculator in case I
Unlike
need
me.
to. Yeah, unlike Liam
Who's
over
currently
here.
on my phone.
Who's currently
checking for DMs.
looking for DMs. Anyway, that's that. Now, another announcement. Now, this contradicts what we told you earlier about DMing Liam on
It's just
Instagram.
a warning.
But then again, it's not. They're not sending you sensitive information necessarily.
No.
But anyway, Instagram has announced that it is discontinuing a feature for having encrypted end-to-end encryption on direct messages on Instagram. This is concerning because your privacy should be top priority on these platforms, and Instagram has decided to quietly announce that they are throwing that in the garbage. I don't appreciate that. I think it's stupid. I think it's dumb. I think that they just want more of your data. to, use to sell you things and to train AIs with, because Meta has a track record for doing that, as we've talked about on this podcast. So I encourage you to, for sensitive and important conversations, switch to an alternative platform. One that is free if you have an iPhone is iMessage, end-to-end encrypted since the beginning. Another one, RCS, between Apple and Google or Google and Google, is also encrypted. Check the settings of your device. Results may vary. Another one, completely free, ironically enough owned by Meta, is WhatsApp, which has been end-to-end encrypted also since the beginning. It's incredibly easy to set up, does not have ads, and works really, really, really well on Mac, Windows, desktop, or mobile. I really like it. And if I like something, then you know it's good. But still, DM Liam on Instagram, podcast ideas.
At Liam Halpin Official.
Should I put your actual cell phone number on screen?
No.
That wouldn't go over well if we ever get famous. Or just leave comments on my videos. That actually is the best solution. That way it's just on Front Street, baby. Yep. Liam, what do you generally use to communicate message-wise to people in your life?
iMessage. I prefer iMessage. There are a great number of people who actually have my phone number and just DM me on Instagram anyway. People who have had extensive conversations with me over iMessage will just go, oh, he's on Instagram, I'll just use that, which is fine.
It's fine, but
at
it's
this point,
interesting.
You should just use iMessage, because I'm more likely to see it because I get notifications from iMessage. By the way, I don't have notifications on Instagram. And people should probably know that. I check Instagram pretty often, but I don't have notifications on. If you have my number, just text me.
This is assuming Liam's speaking directly to people that he actually knows.
I am speaking directly to people. If you have my number, text me.
Same with me.
If you think I'm asleep, I'm probably not.
Yeah, except for when you are, which is a lot.
Except for the mornings. I'm probably asleep every morning.
And morning is a loosey-goosey definition sometimes.
Yes.
Anyway, so Liam, iMessage is a good choice.
I like iMessage.
I like iMessage. I've been enjoying WhatsApp a lot recently, because WhatsApp's iOS app's really good, but also it functions well in a web browser. And when I'm at work, sometimes I want to message one of my coworkers, and I don't want to use my phone because, I can type a lot faster on a keyboard than on my phone, like way faster. So I'll just have it open on my computer. It's super convenient. Again, I find it so ironic that Meta owns WhatsApp, but it's the really secure messaging platform. Presumably, technically, there's no way to audit it.
Implement WhatsApp as the messaging service in Instagram.
Funny you should mention that.
But they also own Facebook.
They also
Messenger.
have Facebook Messenger.
Isn't that what Instagram uses?
No, it's different. It's a different platform. Instagram wasn't founded by Facebook.
I know, but they own it.
They own it, but they left it separate.
Though.
There's so many redundant layers of stuff going on with Meta, and also in the vein of what you were talking about earlier, I have friends that only talk to me on Snapchat, even though we have each other's phone numbers, which I find interesting because Snapchat's not amazing for messages. They disappear unless you specifically save them.
Yeah. Sometimes you want to go back and look. Also,
sometimes you want to go back and look.
If you're using whatever your phone uses, like iMessage, it's implemented with everything.
Yeah.
So if it...
But the problem... Oh, no, hold on, though. iMessage works really great, but only on the iPhone and on the Mac.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, yeah, but when I'm at work, I can't do any of that stuff. And when I'm at home, not on my Mac and on Linux, yeah, it sucks.
I bet if you owned a MacBook, you'd probably take it with you to work and do all your messaging on there.
If I owned a really good MacBook, I would probably replace my desktop Windows PC. I would just set it up as like the main one and then leave the because I have 3 monitors. It would be 2 monitors of Mac and 1 monitor of Windows, because our ERP, our like business software, only runs on Windows. It's like a hard stop. Can't run on anything else. You're watching / listening to Learning Absolutely Nothing. Thanks for being here. Liam, hold down the fort. I gotta pee.
Can I talk about one of our topics?
Yeah, go for it. Honestly, pick one that really resonates with you and, give people your thoughts on it.
Hey guys, it's just me right now. I hope you're enjoying the podcast. going through 10 episodes, you'd think that I have something to say during these times, but it's hard to freestyle when you're on a podcast with your brother. Your brother does all the talking. There's something to talk about, though. For a long time, that's just how it's been between us. If we were together, then Jack does the talking because he's the one who talks more. And he just handle it. Now, obviously, I'm independent now. I'm my own person, so I know how to talk to people, but for a long time I didn't need to, and that was really nice. And I feel like it's like that in a lot of relationships. Oftentimes there will be one person who handles things. Like, you're at the airport, you're checking in. You don't both all have the information. You aren't both going to talk to them. Usually it's one person who is the manager, so to speak. And that just seems to be how it is. Like, maybe it doesn't start that way, but it seems to trend that way. Which is an interesting conversation to have if you're in a relationship with anybody about why that is. Because it can speak to a lot of different personality traits. And I think that could be interesting to observe, because there are things that are underlying to that fact. Why does one person do all of the management things and another person is just there? And which person is it in the relationship that's doing those things? And what is the other person doing as a sort of compensation for that? If that has been your experience, maybe we should talk about that. But Jack doesn't have any idea what I was talking about.
Nope, sure don't.
We had a question in the chat. Hope Fallon 4092 says, Liam, I heard you recommend Maul of Battle Lord for our top picks. Have you finished it, and what are your thoughts? So actually, I only watched the first 2 episodes. I haven't watched the rest of it yet. I guess I don't know how many there was gonna be. I liked the first 2, and I liked how the character development was kind of a main focus of that show, and it wasn't just all this like
Is that a TV show?
Yeah, it was one of my picks of the week.
Oh, sweet.
It's another Clone Wars spinoff.
Oh, nice. Is
Yeah.
it in like the animated style of the
Yes.
Cartoon Network show?
Exactly.
I watched that a lot growing up.
Um,
You probably did too, because you were there.
I liked that it introduced some new characters that had interesting dynamics. And it all felt very real. Like the detective guy, like everything felt like it was like that's how it is in the real world. So it was very relatable.
Yeah, that's cool. You know, the cool thing about the Star Wars universe is it's kind of like the possibilities of expanding on certain things are literally infinite, because not only is there already a really good base of characters and stories that exist, each one can be expanded out into basically a whole tree of new things.
Yeah.
A new character. I mean, we've seen it with Clone Wars on Cartoon Network, Star Wars Rebels. Do you remember on Disney XD?
Yes.
We watched that a lot.
Disney, you just enlightened so many people, because Disney XD has not existed since like 2019.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I feel old.
Want to know something crazy?
The
I
Mandalorian.
still have the app on my phone.
The Disney XD app?
Yes.
Oh,
And
that's
I've witnessed its varying
amazing.
stages of destruction, because there used to be a screen that says we've moved to a new platform called Disney Now, which is like a transitionary
Disney
platform
Now.
between Disney XD and Disney
They
Plus.
got rid of the XD.
And then after that, it gave me like a 404 style error and just plain text, and then now it just immediately turns off because it literally doesn't exist on the App Store anymore. But for some reason, whenever I transfer to a new phone, it re-downloads it.
It re-downloads
So-
the corpse of Disney XD.
Yes.
That's amazing. How do we get to talking about this?
Uh,
In case for anyone new out there, I always go to the bathroom in the middle of the show and leave Liam to just hold the fort down.
I talked about something very interesting while you were gone.
Really?
Yes.
Is that so?
I talked about how in relationships, like with you and me,
Right.
there's one person who generally like does all the talking.
Hmm.
Like when we were younger and we were out somewhere
Yeah.
and we needed to go purchase something or go talk to a person, you always did the talking.
Yeah, I
And
think so.
I
Yeah.
think that's very common in relationships. How even if
So you're talking about more than just brothers. You're
Yeah.
talking about in real life.
Yeah.
In like
regardless of how it
romantic.
starts out, usually it averages out to one person doing the talking.
Interesting.
Isn't that, you've seen that though, right?
Yeah, I have.
And I think if that is something anyone has observed in their own relationships, that you should wonder about that. Why is that the case?
Well, I think it honestly comes down to extrovert versus introvert. I think with you and me, you're more of an introvert, you know? You don't necessarily love talking to people, but you know, I mean, you do it. We've had really good conversations, and I've been in conversations that you were a part of. But me, I kind of thrive on talking to people.
I think your
Like,
temperament has a lot to do with it.
I'll seek it out purposefully and stuff like
Yes.
that. Which, you know, it kind of leads to a good dynamic with a lot of like sets of
It
two
does.
people.
It's complementarity.
It's complementarity. Nice callback. Hope Fallon 4092. Welcome to the show. Great to have you. Liam, there was a topic that we thought about doing here. Driving habits.
Oh yes.
What are they? So I presume that this is like things that you do that are like maybe quirky and most drivers don't do.
Yeah.
Like,
We need to talk about yours more than mine, because I consider myself a pretty normal driver, except the fact that I tailgate people.
you drive very aggressively.
Listen, it only feels like I'm driving aggressively because you're not in the driver's seat. All right. Also,
Okay, fair
my
enough.
truck is really high. You can't see the bottom wheels of a car sitting in the passenger seat of any of the cars that I've ever owned, except the CRV, but I didn't own that one.
Gotcha.
So it really feels like I'm tailgating people, but I'm not. I promise you, there's like 3 inches between the cars. There's
So
not
it feels
0.
like you're tailgating when you're actually not.
Yes.
Okay,
I mean, I'm
fair
sure I am a little bit, but I can tell that I'm not.
I used to drive a Ford Explorer. We both actually did
Yeah.
at separate times. I used to drive a Ford Explorer, and yeah, when you're really high up off the ground and in a big enclosure, you know, driving is a little weird. It's you know, it feels different than driving in a little tiny car.
Yeah.
I went from an Explorer to the CRV and then all the way to the Mazda Miata, which I loved that car to death.
Yeah.
Definitely a Miata man.
Well, I mean, if you went through all your cars, there's like so many.
yeah,
Let's start at the beginning.
I've owned / driven a
2003
lot of
Kia
cars.
Sedona,
Right. Kia Sedona minivan.
2004 Ford Explorer.
Yep.
2013 Honda CRV.
Yep.
LX.
2002 Miata.
2002 Miata.
2000
NB, right?
What?
Was it NB or NA?
It was an NB
NB Miata.
NB
with a
LX.
super
with the supercharger.
and
yeah.
a roll cage.
And a roll cage.
was
It was
kinda
tricked
ridiculous.
out. It had the super. It had the roll cage. Then I got
Dual
another
tone.
Miata, 1 year newer, but pretty much bone stock.
Yeah, NA, right?
Then I got an Altima,
Nissan Altima.
Nissan Altima. Then my current car is a Toyota Yaris, which
Yeah,
interestingly
2018.
enough is made by Mazda.
It's also the newest car.
It's also the newest car.
So
And
I
this
went from
also has
the first car I drove was my dad's 2019 CRV, and then after that I got a 2015 Ford Explorer Black.
Yeah.
Still the coolest car I've owned in my opinion. It was a base model, but I loved that thing. Let's be
I
real.
loved it too.
And then after
We
I
filmed
was
a YouTube short.
after I was struck by a 2007 Ford Ranger at 11:30 p.m. on a Saturday, driving into my own neighborhood. I don't know why I'm looking directly at the camera while saying this. The car was totaled. So this is an amazing story. I like telling this. I cycled through like 7 cars before I landed on my current one. So after that same night, I borrowed my dad's CRV, my original car, the 2019.
Yep.
And then I drove to a random town in Arkansas, like 120 miles, to go look at a truck to buy.
Yeah.
And then I came back, and my dad was like, "What?" So then he drove me to Enterprise Rent-A-Car and said, "We're gonna get you a rental car." Which
What?
so here's the little secret that no one knows. Enterprise has a form to rent to 18 to 20-year-olds,
Oh yeah.
but the catch
Costs
is
more.
it needs to be through insurance. Oh, it doesn't
Mhm.
cost more, and it needs to be through an insurance company, and they won't insure the car. You have to use your own insurance to insure their
Oh,
car.
gotcha.
So I
That's understandable.
I
'cause you're
rented a
younger.
2023 Nissan Sentra white, upper trim level.
Dude, I rented a Nissan Sentra too
Yeah,
when I was getting the Altima worked on.
that thing
was
was a
really great.
1.8 liter turbocharged engine.
Amazing.
It's a Sentra. It's not even an Altima, but it was zippy. It was nice.
I also got a Sentra from Enterprise once. It was good.
Yeah. So I had that for 11 days.
Right.
And then after that, I bought another 2015 Ford Explorer. Which
Really?
was terrible. I did.
I don't remember that.
I took it back after 5 days.
I did not know
I
that you
won't
ever
name
got
the
another
people who
Explorer.
sold me the car.
Was it City Auto?
No, I'm not going to name them, but I bought it from them for probably
Here,
too
bleep
little.
it. I want to know.
I can't remember what they're called.
Are they on Avenue?
No, they're out in Middle Tennessee somewhere.
Oh,
I bought it from them, and then bunch of problems.
detachable fenders for narrow garages.
No, the steering wasn't right. it was the oil pressure dropped. I took it to my mechanic shop and they told me I needed a timing job. So I brought it back.
Just like,
They
hey,
give me
you
my money
sold me a
back.
bunch of garbage.
And then I just drove the CRV for a few more weeks until I got the money back from that. Because the reason I was having all this delay and I didn't just go buy another car is because insurance money took a while to disperse.
Right.
And then this refund was mailed to me in a check and they took forever. So I got that. Still driving the CRV. But during that time, I went to California and rented a Model S, which I believe we talked about on the
Got a
podcast.
Tesla.
Coolest car I've ever driven. And then I came back, drove the CRV a little more, and then, and only then, did I buy my Nissan Frontier, which is what I have now. It's a 2011
It's a great truck.
SV, 4.0 V6.
I've driven it before. I actually drove it in the snow one time.
Yeah,
it was very fun.
It's very capable.
I owned a Nissan. He owns a Nissan.
Yeah.
I've owned
I'm
Mazdas.
not
We
even
both
like
own
a
Fords.
Nissan person because I'm not a fan of most Nissans. I've not heard good things about their reliability. We had when I worked as a mechanic, we saw a Nissan Pathfinder. It was up on the rack, and one of the cylinder head gaskets
Yeah.
was like blue. Like there was so much corrosion on it because of like it was blown or something.
Yeah.
And that was a 2016 Pathfinder. Like there's been Nissan's not,
Nissan has a couple of reliability
Yeah.
issues.
but the exception is the Frontier. It's so simple.
There's a part 2 to the discussion about driving habits. Actually, we didn't even get into driving habits. We more talked about.
I'm just yapping. About
We more
my
talked
cars
about
now.
the cars that we've
Yeah,
driven.
okay,
So
let's
with
talk-
driving habits, I do tend to give people in front of me a lot of space. I always use my turn signal, even when it doesn't make sense to. I always stay in my lane. Sometimes I can't think of a word for this. Submissive isn't the word. It's like sometimes I let drivers in when they're being aggressive just to avoid them like freaking out and trying to kill me, because that does kind of happen in Memphis sometimes. It's pretty scary. And I guess another thing that's technically sort of a driving habit, but not really, maybe it's more of a driving non-habit, evil driving habit. It's not bad. It's just when I'm driving, I can't talk to you and also not miss turns. If I'm driving us around,
That's true.
and I'm having a conversation with you, I'm missing that exit. I'm missing that turn, or I'm like going way too slow or
Every
way too
single
fast.
time. Yeah.
As soon as I stop talking, I start driving
That's what
better.
happens to me as well.
Yeah, and it's also the same for typing or playing the piano. If I'm playing the piano, I can't talk to you. Understandable. If I'm typing something, I can't talk to you.
Here's something that everyone should know. If you're talking to me, I cannot eat.
You can't eat while you're being
Everyone's
talked
like,
to.
Liam, you're such a slow eater. He takes so long to finish his food. Stop talking to me, and I'll eat my food. But you won't let me eat if I'm talking to you, because I love talking to people while I eat. I go out with people so much, and I'm just like, let's go get something to eat so we can talk. And then they talk, and they talk, and they talk, and I'm talking back, but I can't talk while I'm eating.
Yeah. It's actually funny. We had a company meeting at Costco today. I should show them the memes one.
That was like an hour long, and Jack's like, okay, let's go to my apartment and film the podcast. I'm like, I have half a chicken bake left.
Because I was able to talk to you while I was eating my hot dog, right?
I don't know how you do that. I can't eat while I'm talking.
I'm surprised I can do it with my ADHD, but I did it. And the thing is, he couldn't talk to me like while eating his chicken bake.
I feel like
I had to like ignore him on purpose.
Whenever I'm at like a social dinner with someone, I should just order nothing.
Well, what you do is just during that brief moment where nobody's talking because everyone's eating, eat all your food, and then all the food's gone.
But then I don't.
But then you're not
chew that
enjoying the
fast,
food,
and I can't.
so-
Oh my goodness.
I don't know.
I don't know what to do. I don't know
It's
what to do.
honestly, there's no solution. Liam, question:
Yes.
do you ever get road rage?
No.
That's great. I'm amazed that you're able to control your emotions.
It's pointless. They can't hear me.
Okay, yeah, but you don't feel like you ever need an outlet for somebody kind of, being a horrible driver around?
I mean, they're not trying to offend me.
I'll say
Here's the thing. I get distracted a lot, and I cause other people to road rage. I am the problem. So I have a lot of
you
I have
generate
a lot
road
of sympathy
rage.
towards people who accidentally cut me off, because I know I would do that. I've probably done it.
Oh, gotcha. So the reason that you don't have road rage is because
I'd be a
things that
hypocrite.
people do to you that upset you.
Yeah, I'd be like, I don't ever do that, but I totally do that. I am.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's actually really funny. You are a pretty aggressive driver. I
I'm not
have
aggressive. What makes you think that?
because of just the way you drive, man. You're so like fast and hard braking and hard accelerating. It's like
Oh,
I don't know. Whatever. You haven't gotten into any
Consequences of
horrible wrecks yet that were
DoorDashing.
your fault. So Props to you for that.
I'm an evasive driver.
I road rage a little bit. I will admit a little bit. I get sometimes a little angry at people on the road. But it only comes out in words and maybe some yelling sometimes. I don't ever like try to crash into people out of anger or brake check people because that's insane. I would never do that.
That's, yeah.
But I mean, also, you know, and people that have been watching the podcast for a while know that I can sometimes get very, very fired up about things and then kind of everything explodes out of me in like an emotional waterfall of feelings. And, you know, that's kind of just how I am. And I know I could do better at controlling that. But I don't know. Guess kind of is what it is. Whatever. I'm a constantly morphing, evolving, growing creature. A glorp, if you will.
A glorp.
A glorp.
Well, we have to talk about Spirit Airlines.
Spirit Airlines.
Yeah.
Care to do the honors of making the announcement?
Spirit Airlines is gone. Which is amazing, because our first episode we talked about Spirit Airlines.
Yep, in depth.
They shut down overnight. They ran out of money. They're already in bankruptcy. They tried so hard to stay alive.
Saying that they filed for bankruptcy is a little bit mild.
Yeah.
No, they crashed.
No pun intended.
No pun intended.
Having the best safety record of any airline.
Yeah, and
they shut down.
In episode 1, I guess in the spirit of talking about old stuff from the past, yeah, on episode 1 we talked about...
I made a claim that you made a claim like 8 years ago.
You made an accurate claim. What I said was... Yes, I did say it. No, it's not true. Basically, Liam told me that at some point I told him Spirit Airlines is cheap because they skimp on safety. That makes no sense. Spirit Airlines never designed the airplanes. All they did was control the fare system and put the seats in and all that other stuff. I was dumb when I said that. But anyway, Spirit Airlines is cheap because they don't offer frills. They charge you for things that other airlines don't charge you for, like putting bags in the overhead compartment or even like carry on under the seat ones they charge you for. I've heard, and it's all just to, you know, keep costs low. Well, it turns out that recently they were unable to sustain their business any longer, and on May 1st they literally just, once the last Spirit flight landed, it was just all flights canceled, everyone with the tickets getting refunded. Spirit Airlines is no longer in business.
Yep. There are some other airlines that offered discounts on tickets to help people get back to where they came from.
Yep, it was a great marketing opportunity for Delta and American Airlines and Frontier.
Southwest. It wasn't American. It was just Delta, United, Southwest, and one other. I think it was Frontier.
Probably Frontier, because they're the other cheap
Here's a question. One. They have a lot of infrastructure. Like, you've been to an airport, and it's like, oh, the Spirit Gate.
Yeah.
They're all still there.
Signage, lights, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Hell, the planes.
Also, if you think about it, a lot of these employees are away from home. Like, not everyone got home.
Right, yeah.
This is a problem during like cruises and during COVID. Like, cruises are full of employees from all over the world, and you can't fly them back to their countries because that's too expensive. So what they did is they turned all their cruise ships into ferries, and they just went to all the countries that have employees on them.
Dropped everybody
after
off.
Shuffling them around.
All right, everybody that lives in Mexico, hop off.
Yeah.
Next stop, Key West.
Venezuela ship, Indonesia ship, India ship.
Wow. That sounds like a nightmare to deal with.
It was interesting. But I guess they all just got other airlines to take them home, which is kind of sad, being an ex-Spirit employee hopping on a Southwest flight.
Yeah, you know, apparently Spirit pilots were upset that they didn't have any notice. They weren't able to do like, this is going to be my last flight at Spirit Airlines. No, it just all ended so fast on May 1st. It was like, wow, okay, I'm just out of a job.
Now here's another thing. If you look at it, you might think, wow, Spirit has like 90 A300 series aircraft.
Yeah,
all over the place. What are they going to do with them? Now, a lot of people have been trying to farm for views and be like, oh, here's an AI video of it being scrapped. A lot of these are very new aircraft, like the Neos. Those ones are like
all of these planes are new in general.
And here's the thing. They probably didn't own them all outright. Most airlines lease them.
Mm-hmm.
So
especially a small one that's been struggling with money for so long.
They're probably, many of them, I'm not an expert, but this is just what I've heard. This is what I've deduced. They're probably just going to keep them until their leases expire and store them in a place that isn't very humid, a dry place. Or
I don't even know how they're going to afford to store them. I'm telling you, man, they are out of money. Apparently, one of the reasons that they went out of business was
I guess
the cost
they'll just
of
let
jet
them
fuel.
get repoed.
Oh, dude. Imagine getting your airplane repoed.
Them, it's not like the place they're storing it is going to be like, well, I'm going to repo. They'll probably just turn them back to Airbus or whatever private equity owns them.
That's amazing. The thought of an I'm just picturing a tow truck showing up on a tarmac, repoing an Airbus.
All right, no gas in it.
Ain't got no gas in it.
So yeah,
That's
also,
incredible.
They'll probably just be sold to other airlines who
Oh,
want,
yeah,
want some
absolutely.
A320. That's not like they're
I
gonna
mean,
be like
when AirTran went out of business, they got absorbed by Southwest, and they had a whole ceremony, of like the last AirTran flight and the whole celebration and all this stuff. 100% not what happened with Spirit. It's tragic.
Yep.
Did
Did you ever fly on Spirit?
Their spirit will live on in our hearts.
Did you ever fly on Spirit?
Nope. Cheapest flight I ever got on was a Frontier.
Me too.
And it's not because I see myself as being above Spirit. Of course not. It's just I happen to get really good deals on Frontier, which is sort of the better, cheaper one, you know?
Yeah.
If I was
like
really...
Frontier.
And also, all the situations where I had to fly were not necessity flights. You know, they were planned vacations where booked them out so far in advance, the fare wasn't bad, and it was all planned for and everything. If I really needed to hop on a flight to get to like a funeral or something important, and Spirit was around still... Yeah, I'd pick them.
Honestly, I feel depending on how far things are, I'd be more inclined to drive. Like if I were trying to go to Florida, even if it were urgent, I'd probably just drive.
Well, how much time do you have? Because if you have more than
Let's say in 2 days, there's a funeral that I need to go to, and I learned about it 2 days before. I feel like I would just drive, even if it's probably a bad idea.
It's not. I've done it.
Drive through the night.
I've driven through the night to Florida,
I
to Orlando. It's about 12 hours
because
if you don't stop
We've
that
all
much.
been on a plane. It's so organized. It's so structured, but getting in your car, filling it up with gas, pocket full of cash.
Fill it up with
That's an
gas,
adventure
pocket
right
full of
there.
cash.
You don't know where you're going to end up. You don't know what sketchy you don't know what crimes you're going to witness.
Well, you hope
Driving
hopefully
through the
you end
South
up in
at
your
night.
destination.
Yeah, but like, oh, I'm so tired. Here's a sketchy motel that I have to stay at in the middle of southern Alabama somewhere. And you go there.
Macon, Georgia.
That's a story you get to tell. That's a lifetime experience.
That's true.
I would do that. Probably doesn't sound that great to most people who have to deal with that a lot because I'm sure a lot of people are doing it for other reasons.
Hey, driving is fun. I like it.
But
And also, the Florida drive is also not that bad.
yes, so I'm very pro driving.
Yeah.
I like driving.
I mean, I
places.
like flying.
Look, most people
I like
just
flying,
drove places
but
before
I also-
before airfare was
Yeah.
cheaper.
Yeah, or they took buses or whatever.
Yeah, I'd drive to California honestly. Like 3 days.
I would do that too.
Epic road trip.
We should do
You
that.
get to see America.
Let's go see America.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Driving's fun. Road trips are fun. Travel is fun.
It's probably
I wish it was
cheaper most
cheaper.
of the time too.
Well, I wish traveling in general was cheaper. A lot of stuff adds up when you travel, but it's still very fun. You're watching / listening to Learning Absolutely Nothing, the podcast that's always about technology, except when it's not. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you
Thanks for
guys
watching.
so much for watching and listening and being here for our 10 episode anniversary. We're incredibly happy to have you.
Yes.
All of you guys who have been following the podcast for this long and making yourself put up with me and Liam's chaos, you deserve a medal for that. Before we leave, we like to do something called Picks of the Week, where we recommend a piece of media to the audience. Neither me nor him planned one ahead of time, but I'm just going to go into my living room and see if I can find a DVD to inspire me.
I kind of have one, but it's not like anything interesting. I just pick whatever content I've been consuming this week. Mostly, it's been the new Rally X soundtrack.
Yeah. I found something random that I have seen before once, and I haven't seen it in a while, but I know I like it, so I'm going to use it as my pick of the week media item.
That's me.
Oh. The Island, starring Ewan McGregor and Scarry.
That's
Scarlett
Ewan
Johansson?
McGregor?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. I thought it was Matt Damon for some reason. It's Ewan McGregor.
White action movie hero. Anyway, this movie is about, no spoilers, of course, but this movie is about some folks that are stuck on an island.
It's
Hence
a
the
metaphor.
name.
It's a sci-fi movie. You really can't give anything away about the plot or anything away about the movie without giving away the plot.
I'm not going to talk about it then. It's
Yeah.
really good. It is an enormously entertaining thriller, says Jeffrey Lyons on NBC TV.
Yeah.
Originally, actually came from McKay's for $1.95, but I think we actually got this at a church.
Church rummage sale.
Yeah, we did. It's a good movie. I like Ewan McGregor. He's a good actor. He was in Star Wars. Anyway, that's my pick. You should watch it. I don't know what it's on streaming wise, but you'll find it. I believe in you.
My pick of the week. Now, here's a show that I don't think is entirely good, but I was watching. It's House MD.
Hey.
There are some things I need to say about this show. It's 8 seasons long, but if you want to get the most out of the show, you don't need to watch all 8 seasons. I think I did, but I'm watching a different... Oh, okay. Here's the DVD. I don't know what season this is. This is season 1. Listen, if you want to get the most entertainment out of the show, some of the seasons aren't as good as the others. I think if you want to get the most out of the show, you should watch a few episodes of season 1 just so you know how the characters are. And then season 5 and 6. Those are the best seasons. And you don't really need to know the backstory from the other seasons to know those seasons. They have the best character dynamics, the most interesting plots, and it's not slop. I think season 7 and season 8 aren't as good, but 5 and 6 are pretty good.
It's crafted.
Yes.
The writing's amazing. The cinematography
Writing's
is
okay.
amazing. House is a really, really good show.
They reuse the same soundtrack for the entire show.
Most shows do that, but they do sprinkle actual songs throughout.
And it's very
Also,
formulaic.
like most shows.
The reason I say 5 and 6 is because I think it's the most dramatic. It's the less
Do you think they
it's
really
the
hit,
less it has
they
the
hit their
least
stride?
It has the least cheap jokes in it. I think a lot of the show is cheap jokes, but season 5 and 6 is getting more serious, and I like that. And it's a lot less formulaic, which I also like. But
That's a good pick.
Watch at your own discretion.
Yeah, honestly, if I were you and you have the time and the ability, just watch it from season 1 all the way
If
through.
you want a show to
watch, the whole
watch,
thing.
I will preach to the end of my days. Watch Downton Abbey or any of the Jane Austen shows or movies. I just love those so much. You're gonna get more. It's gonna enrich your life a lot more than House MD will.
Yeah, Liam.
Also, I've heard good things about Sherlock. I haven't seen the whole thing, but a lot of people like it.
Oh yeah, I've heard that's good too. Yeah, Sherlock, House, The Island. Where did I put that? The Island. All good films, guys. Thank you very, very much again for being with us for this whole beautiful 3 months of not only disaster, but also a little bit of enlightenment, but most importantly, learning absolutely nothing.
We've learned so little.
We've learned so little.
We've
learned
lost
little
knowledge
to nothing. We've lost brain cells doing this, but you know what? It's all for the sake of entertainment. Thank you guys so much. We'll be back next week, probably.
Yes.
I am going on vacation soon, but I haven't decided if that's next week or the week after. But I'll put out a community post on YouTube, and he'll probably put something on his thing. Again, DM us if you have any ideas for podcasts. We're all ears. Y'all have a great evening, great night, great morning, great whatever it is where you are.
See ya.
Peace.
Have a good one.